Okay. So, it has been like a few days, and I want to say I'm halfway through. The main reason why I haven't continued is I'll explain towards the end. But that is something else. Yeah. Anyway, I'll explain why I haven't been straight back this. Ugh. Anyway. Just gonna pop into this hall in case anyone wants to join. Anyway, let's just jump right into it, because the more I stall, the more I don't want to do it, so I might as well jump right into it. Road to the Golden City, 95. This ain't no place for a proper chat. My cabin's just north of the city, Eyes Blue Abroad, as people call it, on the account of me dazzling twinklers. Also, sorry in advance about last stream of audio is not present. Or, sorry in advance for the last recording. Hey, because I was there just reading everything. Now I'm having making sure that there is audio and everything, so if you hear a little feedback, sorry in advance. There's so much I can take for that. Just had to do that real quick. But this is what we expect when it comes to Twitch. All it's stuffness and not even seriousness at all. We expect stuff. Alright. 1 second. Oh shit, is the wiki down? Huh. Weird. Alright. Guessing. Thanks for doing this. I usually have that open, see how long it takes. Anyway, why did you choose to settle down in Mamok? They haven't been exactly welcome to outsiders, legendary explorer or otherwise. All the more reason to keep a wither eye on them. Though, seeing how you've won them over, methinks I have less need for vigilance. I'm here at Galul Jaja's behest to ensure his hard-won prize is kept, and incidentally to remind Zarel Shah of his duty as elector should he have forgotten it. My old man ordered you to stay here. That's no way to treat an honored guest. I'd say I'm more than your father's guest by now. Or didn't you see that I slept off atop Orkur Zormor? That's right, Ketenram was one of the names. Your father and I fought shoulder to shoulder in many battles, Barigamanda being one of our triumphs. He and I are brothers. So when your brother tells you to stand watch, you stand watch. You trust in his judgment, his strength of will, even if it means you have to sit out the occasional scrap. Surely you understand such a bond, surrounded as ye are by all these bright-eyed faces. I do. McCremites are my strength, and it's thanks to them I understand Papa's hope for his nation, what I must continue to protect. Then prove your readiness for the throne, Clement. Find the Golden City. Oh, I will. With these ones besides me, even uncovering a legend should be child's play. Especially since I believe I already have. All by yourself? How? When? Well, as you know, I like to forbidden from giving unfair advantage to the Clements. So when Hono refused to divulge why my grandfather passed through Ixbrax 20 years ago, his silence spoke volumes. You think Golf visit had something to do with the Golden City? Precisely. Moreover, only the who live in Yaktel ever dreamt those golden dreams. When exposed to certain triggers, those with magical aptitude have been known to receive visions. And if our father's abilities are to be responsive, the Yahoo are no stranger to the arcane, which means the dreams of Eld likely owe their own experience to their inherent qualities and their proximity to the Golden City itself, here in this forest. Then all we need to do is search Yaktel from top to bottom, right? It would behoove us to try and narrow our focus to that, and I propose we return to Mamuk and make inquiries. While there, we can all take the opportunity to see any necessary travel preparations When everyone is ready, let's assemble at the ether. You're Kachoa's bars, aren't you? She told me about you. Said you're tasked with finding the Golden City. Aye, my team succeeded despite my best efforts. I had begun to think it was a fool's errand, my own foolishness to search in my youth, proven as much. Yeah, here you are, older and wiser, playing the fool again. Courtesy of the company I've been keeping, perhaps. Well, Clement's not the only one to have grown thanks to her comrades. We'll find it together. We'll find it together. Was I ever that young? You waited for me? It seems Naram knows my mentor, so we chatted for a bit longer. Akano said to meet by the ether, so I'll see you there. Super lag. I was disconnected from the internet. I need to beat something out to make sure my animations are working proper. I don't want to enter another dungeon where my animations are like lagging behind. Surprisingly, I do need those flashy animations to make sure my skills are working. The merchants were more than happy to mend my gear and sell my supplies. One would hardly believe they were ever adverse to aiding visitors. You won't believe how many nodules they gave me. Now all we need is a hint to point us in the right direction. The city of gold, here we come. I think I'm gonna offer that much. I believe an inkling of where the Golden City might be. And to know that you come to help us. As an elector, I am forbidden from speaking of the Golden City, but my wife is behold to no such constraints. Then anything you tell us will be greatly appreciated. Our people have lived here for centuries. There is no corner of this forest we do not immediately know, save for one. Do you recall the place I showed you? My son confessed the truth to the blessed siblings. That stone pier stands at the entrance of the Sky Deep Center, the final resting place for the children we lost to zealotry. Pressures too are permitted beyond the penetrable doors, and we have not explored its deepest recesses. If the Golden City is in Yaktel, it may well be hidden there. Will you permit us to search for it? I have no reason to refuse you. No longer will we rely on the blessed siblings, nor will we conceal the sacrifices made to convince them. The center is no longer under our protection. It is a dismissal burial ground, and our children deserve better. Their bodies will be moved to a place of comfort and peace. I'm sure Bakul Jaja would appreciate that, and we're here to offer any help you need. Your father also visited this center. It has been many years by now, but a notable affair due to the barn he brought with him, a mage, I believe. Truly. The non-servant did not disclose his reason, yet he descended past our sentinel into the old Yaku quarters. Doubtless the very same ones excavated by the four polar streamers. And the Golden City must be there, in the depth of the Sky Deep Center. Thank you, both of you. We'll settle straight away. We'll find the winged beasts or two lingering in the Dothrak descent. They will carry you below. I believe in you, I promise. You will make a magnificent concern. Right, because at this point, the other electors have left. This is it, everyone. To the Sky Deep Senate. Yeah, because I remember the fight last stream where I was purposely standing in the AoEs because like nothing was rendering in, so in order to kind of like get that in motion, I was just standing in AoEs. It's fine. Seems fine. I guess they fixed that or something, or my internet decided to fix itself. I don't know. Hold on. I need to cry. Now let's maybe not see that one. The AP cards. Tough. Cenotaph, which means that beyond these doors is the right of succession, or no, disturbing the souls that rest here feels wrong. I know, but I can't turn back. Let us pay our respects at the very least. Let's go. I'm ready to complete my journey. Remember, didn't they say they put a seal on the Golden City? Yeah, I think we did Alizé, so let's do Carl this time. to everyone. I love it when things start working. We won't ever forget these children. Ever.
Hold still!
remember, like, which one was it?
I have you.
Oh, they're both. I would the other way around.
Hold still. This should do it.
They, you know where they go. That does actually spur the question. Like, what if the actual Golden City in reality wasn't just a city, but it was moving on to find it.
Back off! Hold still! Try this! Now I'll show you!
These are ruts. And we're ready for them.
Now I'll show you! Hold still!
We mustn't hold back. right!
Try this! Try this!
Still don't understand that mechanic.
You cannot stop us!
Ay, ay, ay. Ooh.
I have you! You cannot stop us!
Come on. Sorry, I was like
Try
paying
this!
attention, but I was like, my eyes were a little bit closed, like, scratching a little bit. milestone. So I just realized something. They got rid of the first promised very quickly. I don't think he's actually just yet. Okay. That was a plane crash. I want to be close to the plane as possible. Here we go. Happy ear wiggles. It's been a while since I've had the happy ear wiggles. Nice. I got a minion.
I thought this place was of Yokwi origin. But is this glowing stone their creation as well?
I don't believe so. I've never seen anything like it.
Then it's from an even older time.
Don't tell me it's the Allagans again.
While careful study would be required to confirm, it does not appear to be reminiscent of their designs.
A golden light. Could it be?
There's a platform on the other side, but how do we get over there?
Yes. Easy answer.
That's how, apparently.
Right then. Let's go and take a look.
That seal. That's Charlian and no mistake.
How do we open it?
Come and look at this. Your tablets might be a good fit, wouldn't you say?
to Alfino. Is this it? The Golden City?
Though there is some resemblance, it doesn't quite live up to what the Yokhui described from their dreams.
Well done! Well done indeed. You, my dear daughter, have found the entrance to the City of Gold and triumphed in the right of secession.
So we did it. We made it to the end!
You seem more perplexed than joyous.
It's just... This place is unlike anything we've seen in Tural. Never mind the peculiar stone. So I am given to wonder, what exactly lies beyond that gate?
Nothing less than the Golden City of Legend, I assure you. The circumstance prevents us from opening the gate. As to what the city is and what Gall of Valdesium discovered all those years ago, this knowledge and more, I will share with you after your ascension. What you choose to do with it will be up to you.
The Golden City is real. It took a while, but I finally found it.
Ha ha! Come! Let us return to Tuliola.
Please tell me we at least get to see the Golden City.
Home at last.
Hold on. We've seen we'll come into victory in the right of succession. Like me, I expect you to have no few questions about the Golden City, but they must wait until our Clement has settled into her new role. As we speak, she prepares for the ascension ceremony back at the palace. I'm given to understand it will be held in a few days' time. In the meantime, let us enjoy the well-deserved rest. Ay, ay, ay. Please tell me we at least are able to see the Golden City. Or at least explore it. Probably put a native right there. I'm speaking with Peshwa, several customers playing sequence. There's basically understood, so just continue. Welcome back. I may congratulate you on Wukulwan's victory in the right succession. It is a great honor to host the comrades of our future Dawn Servant. Such a grand journey has doubtless left you fatigued. Please relax and enjoy your stay. Ay, ay, ay. Surprised to see me. It's only natural. May I come in? I haven't properly thanked you. That my sister was able to realize her potential to testament of the quality of her traveling companions, particularly you. For that, you have my heartfelt gratitude. I only did as you might have in my possession. Wuklama did all the work. I was just moral support. My primary business in calling is to deliver a message from Lamichi. As you well know, after the succession ceremony, she will officially take up the mantle of Dawn Servant. She has expressed a desire for you to accept a post within her administration, while making no mention of me. You needn't decide immediately. My sister will approach the matter with you again after the ceremony. Whether you continue to assist Lamichi or not is up to you. That's all, if you'll excuse me. You have become someone irreplaceable to her. That is her brother. I acknowledge that with no little jealousy. But believe me when I say that I hope you'll stay by her side. We're declining that offer. We're a traveler. We're a warrior of light. We have to be everywhere at once. And thus it arrived. The day of the Dawn Servant Ascension ceremony.
What a crowd! As befits the changing of Dawn Servants.
It's starting.
The Dawn Servant!
Look!
He's here!
The head of reason is resting again. Thought he'd grace us for this occasion at least.
People of Tuliolal, you honor us with your presence. For on this auspicious day, we witness the dusking of one era and the dawning of the next. The succession of Dawn's servants. But I've talked for long enough. Allow me to present the claimant, whose determination, wisdom, and compassion guided them to triumph and the City of Gold. My daughter, Wook Lamont. Huzzah! Huzzah!
Long live the Dawn Servant! Long live Tuliolal!
Growing up in this city, I used to think I knew all there was to know about Tuliolal. But my journey showed me how much I had yet to learn about the cultures, histories, and aspirations of this nation. Through the time-honored Ihana, the Hanuhanu taught me how they nourish and cultivate both the land and their bonds with visitors. And with their alpacas and tradecraft, the Pelupelu showed me the depths of their patience and fortitude, to know when to push through and when not to push your luck. From the Moblins and their artisans, I gained insight into the power of creativity, that it is when we are filled with passion and bolstered by the support of others that we produce our best works. I was moved by the history and hopes of the Yokhui, who believe that death isn't the end, that we live on so long as we're remembered. I felt joy and harmony in Yaktel when I tasted Shebruk Pibil, the dish that marked the beginning of peace between the Shebral and Mamurja after centuries of warfare. And I felt sorrow in Mamuk when I met with those who placed their faith in the promise of blessed siblings, and for this were burdened with great suffering. Through the understanding we forged, I'm hopeful that they will find what they seek through friendship and community, for we are all Turali.
Understanding with Mamuk? What sorcery did she use on them?
All of which is to say that, as I've come to know our nation, I've seen the ways in which we thrive, and the ways in which we still struggle. Some in Kozamauka must resort to banditry to survive. A faction of Yokhui still cling to dreams of conquest. Not everyone lives in peace and plenty. And there's still so much of Tuliolal I don't know. Places I haven't seen, and people I haven't met. That's why I hope to keep learning about and from you, that we might build a nation where everyone knows happiness. Because my journey has taught me one thing above all else. Your happiness is my happiness! I say mine, but the Dawn Servant doesn't need to be a single person, does it?
Oh dear. What is she doing?
Yeah. My father led Tulihiolau to prosperity by the resolve and reason of his 2 heads. But my one head can only get us so far. To further change our nation for the better, I'll need someone else. Someone with the knowledge and insight that I lack. So what do you say? Be Dawn Servant with me, Kona!
Lamachi, are you certain?
Absolutely. You take reason, and I take resolve. Together, we make a full Dawn Servant.
You'll have no objections from me, of course. But mine is not the approval you need.
During my time abroad, I experienced the benefits of foreign technologies, some of which I introduced to our nation. Dirigibles now soar the sky in the south, while locomotives traverse the land in the north.
Dirigibles.
I was convinced that by imitating foreign powers, we could assert our strength and thereby deter invasion. Yet despite my intentions, I failed to understand what I was too eager to cast aside, and the very people I wish to protect. My own journey has taught me that culture isn't a hindrance to progress, but a shared value that binds us, connecting lives and generations. With your blessing, I vow to help Tulihiolau prosper in a way that honors the hopes and heritage of all her peoples. My esteemed predecessor would accept nothing less. For ultimately, I harbor the same wish as my sister, to give you cause to smile. That is my heartfelt desire.
Glad this didn't go to waste.
You had it commissioned.
This is the Lay of Legacy, the part of the Tulihyola saga where you and I become the next Dawn servant.
Good heavens! Don't tell me this is what kept you so busy ahead of the ceremony.
Just so you know, I didn't decide this on a whim. After reflecting on all we've been through, I realized it was the only answer.
With this, both my brother and I have worthy successors. He would have been proud. Of course you knew. It's been 3 years since my brother left us.
It cannot be. The head of reason is no longer with us.
Oh, tragic tidings.
I didn't want to believe it.
I'm sorry I never told you. We wanted the people to rest easy until our successor could be chosen. Planning the right was my brother's final duty. He was determined for it to serve the nation's best interests, and labored nigh without cease. And then he died, forcing me to do the actual work. A sneaky bastard. But he did well. I have to give him that. The outcome speaks for itself. Though not quite to the original script, your new Dawn servant rises. May they shine resplendent, and their rule bring light ever greater to Tuliolol.
That's actually kind of that's actually wonderful. The head of reason was very wise indeed to devise something so elaborate, meaningful as the right of succession. It's a shame he could not be here to bear witness at the end. A bittersweet celebration, I'm sure, but I'm glad Wuklamon finally got the recognition she deserves. She might have told someone what she was planning, but Wuklamon does not act without the best interests of our people in mind. Wuklamon was brilliant after, wasn't she? The part of the second promise was surprising, but between the two of them, I dare say our new Dawn servants will be capable of anything. The future of Tulio is bright indeed.
Change is in the air, and it's all because of our little firebrand. Every Ilmer father's daughter, that one. I'll be watching where you steer this nation, lass. With what time I've got left.
Even greater and brighter. Ever greater, ever brighter. Well, Clement has truly... Oh. Ah. Well, Clement has truly come into her own, has she not? Indeed, even though she moved the people with her heartfelt word, she retained her charismatic spontaneity, as evidenced by her nomination of Kona as fellow Dawnservant. As sudden as it was, I would like to believe she gave it all due consideration. It's only been an hour, wow. She could do far worse. Kona completed every feat except the last, and that he forfeited to help Wilclamant secure victory. I look forward to seeing Tuli Halal both prosper under their care. Everyone, thank you for coming. I couldn't see you all properly from here, up there. That was an impressive speech, Dawnservant. I told you, no titles. Besides everything we've been through together, you're nothing less than family. So, like my family does, I like you to call me Lemichi. I'll try to pronounce it correctly. It'd be my honor, Lemichi. Thank you. It means a lot to me. It would also be my honor to call you Lamichi. Mine as well. Indeed, consider us yours and cousins, if such a notion appeals to you. Yours and cousins. It's a little embarrassing, but not in a bad way. There is still lots I'd like to say, but I need to make my rounds first. I want to thank my supporters who visited the occasion. Could you wait for me here? Of course, we'll keep ourselves entertained. That's it. Would you join me, Artie? Wonderful. Come meet me outside the winged walk then. I don't believe I saw an Roman attendant, did you? Let me check. She'll always be welcome to me, no matter how important she gets. Don't worry about us. Go and have fun with Lemichi. Ready to go? The first stop is Antio's Tacos. Not just for a snack, I promise. Whatever Malibu should be there. This time we're taking my way of how I usually get there. Get to places. Dawn servant, Muklamat. Words cannot well express the profound joy your extension has brought me. No need for formalities. I'm still the same old me. Alright then, I shall forego formalities. But I cannot. You're done, servant. Too disrespectful to address you without your due title. As Dawn servant, I'm moving you to not bother with formalities. Alright then, I won't bother anymore. I could more easily converse with a drunkard alpaca. Thank you for helping become non-servant Political opinions in our community have been divided, but the non-servant's extension presents us with a prime opportunity, which is why I convinced everyone to participate in the ceremonial scales campaign. A wonderful plan, no? My first big undertaking as a merchant. I do like the sound of a sale, as long as I'm not persuaded to buy too much. It's so good to see you all again. I wanted to personally thank each of you for your help. The feet of reeds and the feet of gold were my first true test of us as a climate. If not for your guidance, I would have failed to write a succession before I fully understood its importance. Now that you've taught me a taste of celebrating culture, I cannot wait to see what else you all has to offer in Dawntrail, for instance. As always, you must observe proper etiquette. I would be happy to offer my service as a tutor, should you desire them. I can think of no better instructor. I'll be sure to bring Kona as well. Your duties as an officer will be plentiful, but don't forget your promise to attend the Inahana next season. Of course, I wouldn't miss it. Then we've made a name for myself as merchant. I'll come by the palace and tell you all about my biggest sales. I look forward to it. I've been personally attending to your alpaca's care. There we hope to see you at the ranch again. Tell my fluffy spirited friend that Wolframont will visit soon. Anyway, you'll have to excuse us. You haven't seen Argentine around, have you? A tall, slim fellow with long, pointy ears. I saw a man merchant, that description, by the weapons dealer in Bayside Bay, in the company of a moblin and pair of Yaku, if I remember correctly. Got it. Enjoy the festivities, everyone. And the tacos. We are literally doing the rounds. Dawn Servant, Artie, you honor us with your presence. Thank you for coming, everyone. You know the journey to Tuliyola isn't a short one. Long road worth the travel to congratulate the new Dawn servants. To hear the head of reason has passed brings sorrow, but we who remember him will ensure he lives on. May the qualities of this day be as offered to the future he envisioned. The High Luminary and I attended on behalf of the Warlord's Echo. Had our people come en masse, we could have been an obstruction. Nonsense, you're always welcome, all of you. This is your city as much as anyone's. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, Artie. Though I know little of the particulars, I can only imagine your latest adventure has both long and colorful. Beginning with near shipwreck, if you'll remember. Yet here we stand, celebrating the ascension with your Clement. When my journey began, I thought only of preserving the peace that my father worked so hard to create. But the feat of Ponce, the feat of proof, and the feat of ice showed me that peace is not simply the absence of war. Being able to live together in safety and happiness, that was what my father envisioned for this nation. That too, y'all, I want for you all. So I promise you this, as Dawn servant, I'll do everything I can to bring that same happiness to the bandits in Kozamauka. And the Yoku of the Cherwager Sultan. I won't forsake him. As I was moved by your father's influence, so too may the Cherwager come to accept your peace. Their beliefs have stood for millennia. While not easily shifted, neither are they immutable. Well, I can be pretty determined they'll come around eventually, mark my words. I can vouch for your efficiency of determination. Thanks to the Moblin's hospitality, I have been able to rediscover the joy of my craft and honor my father's legacy. Now the good living is secured, the village overflows with good field smiles. Such cooperation between helping hands and potsworn is the very spirit of healthy potpack. Partnership like yours is bound to be fruitful. Look forward to seeing the fantastic pieces recur. There are some other people I'd like to see, so we should take our leave. Let's try and find Humanook. The Shibarakrax? I believe I saw him on the sands below. The Gleam Sands, thank you. Enjoy your time in the city, and remember, this will always be your home too. Wonderful variety of foods and flavors they have here. I must be sure to bring some home for the others. And as a special occasion, yet the Patriarch of Mamuk, I have a duty to represent the goodwill of my people. My, your honors with a personal visit, Dawn servant. Congratulations upon your ascension. No, none of that. My title may have changed, but I'm still just Will Clement. More than just, I'd say. You've grown into a leader fit for this nation. Your father must be proud. I hope so. But big events like this make me wonder, you know, what my birth parents might say if they knew. I imagine they would say that it fills our hearts with joy to see the strong, compassionate woman you've become. I owe my thanks as well for fulfilling your promise to me. I told Bakul Jaja to stay with us so we could congratulate you in person, but he marched off, muttering something about not being able to face you just yet. The boy needs purpose, purpose beyond catering to the determinants of others. He was always too obligated for his own good. I'm sure he'll find it in his own time, especially if he knows his family is there for him. We are. By the by, have you seen Katnandram anywhere? Tangpo, was it? Katnandram, was it? Strong name, if a bit exotic. We called upon him before the Mamuk. He wasn't home at all. I don't recall seeing him at the ceremony either. The first one was notably absent as well, though I assume he required time to save his injured pride. Everyone thought he'd be the one to succeed Papa. My victory must come as quite a shock to him. As for Tangwa, I'm sure he's around here somewhere, or ready to appear when we least expect him. We must be going, but relax, enjoy, make yourselves at home, and come visit us anytime. Alright, I think I found everyone I could find. Let's return to others in the winged walk. In normal circumstance, I would have thought, hey, this be the end, but we're only in level 96 or 95 story-wise. Yeah, 5 levels to go, and we haven't gotten to the 97th dungeon yet. Or the 99th. Usually. Go back here real quick. That's 87, then 89, then 90. 3 dungeons left. We're technically, like, right here. The middle point. So yeah, we still have surprisingly good handful. Welcome back. I hope we didn't get a rush on our account.
Seen everyone you wanted to see?
Pretty much.
I have. Sorry for keeping you all. Now, there's just one last matter. What Kona spoke to you about. I'm sure he made it abundantly clear, but I'm completely serious. I want you to stay in Tulihiola with me. I'm not forcing you, of course, but should you wish it, you'll always have a place here. Ah, that's right. This is for you. A permit granting passage to Shatural, which, as I recall, you've yet to see. An adventurer like you could hardly resist, no? I can't believe our journey is over already. You accepted me as a comrade and stood with me to the end. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you. Well, I had better get going. I need to start learning all my official Dawn servant duties. I'll be sure to share what my old man says about the Golden City too, once he tells me. Till then, feel free to pass the time as you like.
For now, I will remain in Tural. There's someone I'd like to see before returning to Sharlayan.
What about the rest of you?
Alize and I also intend to remain a while longer. As educational as this experience has been thus far, we feel there are even more lessons to be had for Garlemald. By hearing about the peace your father facilitated, and then seeing you reforge relations with Mamuk, we were reminded of a profound truth. That is, acceptance begins with understanding.
And, like you demonstrated throughout the rite, there are unexpected yet effective ways for two sides to understand each other. The question is how to encourage it, and by seeing more of this nation born of unity, we hope to find some hints.
Personally, I can hardly wait to learn more about the City of Gold. So, if I may, I'd like to stay in Tuliyolal as well.
By all means. Your rooms are at your disposal for as long as you need them.
And what of you? Thinking of touring Shaktural, perhaps?
The plan. I'm still undecided, to be honest.
Of course. You're hardly the type to leave half a continent unexplored.
Then perhaps we could travel together? The person I intend to meet is my mentor, so I'll be visiting my hometown in Shaktural. If you have no particular destination in mind, I'd be happy to guide you en route.
Then it's farewell for now. Take care, all of you.
When you're ready, come and meet me at the Shaktural Skygate.
We're friends to the end, you hear me? Friends to the end!
Yeah, that will explain why there's so much more. Because I forgot that the whole point of why we participated in this thing. Let's go to Jacques. Didn't they say like going here people kind of got sick? Past these gates and bridge, the lines, Doctor. You have your permit, yes? Package and ready? No less minutes stops to make before we leave. Forgive me, I'm afraid traveling with our new Dawntrail may have scarred me for life. Meanwhile, in the depths of maybe that could be. Wait, how did you get the last one? This gate. This is a gate to the Gold City. Oh, shoot. 2 decades ago, your father made me transcribe a letter to the scholar across the salt, petitioning the study of this place. What he discovered was something the Dawntrail feared at the seal with her, so we thought, until the writer's objective became the city of gold. But the thing that Tama would be entrusted with its safekeeping, had I known that daughter old fool carried a set of keystones, we might be spared ourselves these tiresome feats. Great power sleeps here, and with it, you shall obtain your birthright. You say, yet the new dawns are succeeded, where I could not. Taking their throne will not be easy task. The resilient son underestimates his own potential. There is no need to worry. I have delivered the key from the Dawntrail's vault. You alone have the means to unlock the gate. You will gain all you were denied the right. Your father's shade. These bitter memories shall soon be forgotten. Seize your future, promise. Open the gate and become the ruler you were destined to be. It's working. Is some there? Can you hear me? At last. Who's it? Show yourself. If only I could. Alas, the gates will not open for me. Only the key in your possession can connect us. Then, you're a guardian of the city's great power? Do not claim this power is great, but the knowledge I possess is enough to realize any desire to remake worlds. Is that so? Fascinating. Name your price then. For my desire is the world itself. Yes, really let rise. Together we shall create a nation worthy of our rule. Promise. Why? Yeah, I saw that coming. The useless tool is cast aside. Deliver me a new world, one that bends to my will. As you wish, but in exchange, ready to get underway? Then present your travel pass to the guard. Let's be off. You won't have to wait as long to enjoy the sightseeing. The bridge of Dawntrail is wonder in its own right. The gate is barred to save all those with express permission from one of the Dawntrails. Signed by the local element herself. My apologies, sir. If you would wait here just a moment. I love hearing this tune.
Shall we then? On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shitona tongue. A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants. But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered. Embracing this opportunity, Vau Kona's supporters hurtled on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame.
This is the wild,
It
wild
is here
west.
that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition. My home, Yasulani, lies past Shaloni. It will be a long journey, but the railroad should make it easier. As for the way to the train station, let's ride these fellows, shall we?
This is the wild, wild west. John Rennick. Right, so if one suffices, I have a creature ready and waiting. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. The Rennick have been acting strangely of late, more easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable, picked up the fume bit for Renton, proven bothers some work. They're usually so docile. The ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either. But much has changed since I was here. Not the best start to our journey. But still, the train station isn't far. Seeing as we're in a hurry, let's go on foot. About that, sir, as well traveled as you look, it's not only the Runnock that have been giving us trouble. Other wildlife has showed signs of aggression too. A merchant shouldn't be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around till they do, and I'll see you both on Runnock for a safer trip. Your offer is appreciated, but I think my friend here is particularly concerned. I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wildlife. Actually, I may be a little concerned. But the Runnock, Aaronfall? The Runnock! Whatever gets us where we're going faster. If it's your first time in Chalon, I can understand your enthusiasm. Be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. A fair point. If you're to give the authentic Chalon experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. Right, change of plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time there while waiting. Take your head into Hassan's then. I'll have a man bring the Runnock over there. Just mind yourself, the drunkards and troublemakers there. I spy an ether current. You're lucky I love the West and so much because of the West of Loathing series and how stupid I can get in that. So that will be hostile. Yatstane grasslands. Last time I was here was more than a camp with a shop or three. Wow, turning it down.
Well, well. It's become a proper town.
Hey! Now hold on a minute.
Some sort of trouble.
I'm talking to you, you old bastard.
Give me strength. For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Let me remind you who the scum is here. Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the Deputy Chief of the Dust Watch. And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still can't get up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat? Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Oh, stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zekua. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch. Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
Fine! If that's how it's gonna be.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Is that?
How the fuck did he get here?
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
Estinian.
What?
Zeko, withdraw.
Hey! What are you doing, Zekawa? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Wahute! You sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
Ronak.
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekawa is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends. But for good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
Actually, I don't have to question how he got here. My answer is literally just he jumped.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
Aye, the contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Shaktural. What brings you north?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
Going wherever the wind blows, eh? How very like you.
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future. But for now, I shall be moving on. Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
But we don't serve Sabotender here.
No, he's hinting at something. Which makes sense because we spent almost about... So that means... the man explored all of Zaktaral already. Of course he did. No sooner do we set out than run into excitement. Please, no one was hurt. The Dust Watch has their work cut out for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes, big or small, were settled by dueling. The people of Shalona rarely saw eye to eye. Of better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences. Since most would sooner not risk their lives, though, it encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolution in a roundabout fashion. The Death Watch was likely established by supporters of Kana, referring peace by force enforced through the formal law. The reasonable stands, all things considered, if things ever got out of hand, the Lance Guard would be enforced to step in, but the freedom they have now would be lost under Zaral's authority. You know, yeah. All of which is to say, unless a link to stay in jail has appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms and tent. Yeah, I think that'll be from the dungeon. This upcoming dungeon. I should like to think this stableman has arrived with a run-up by now. I'll go check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find us when you had your fill. Trying to take it? Sorry to get you both waiting. The unruly wildlife, not the only source of recent distress, I'm afraid. Also been a rise of robberies targeting merchants as a result. We've got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use our Rorick. Bet. Which is why I have to ask you to stop Ashley in Leaf Springs. That's fine, of course. But why haven't the Dustwatch dealt with the banditry? Kamak and his fellows are doing what they can. But they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang around them all. Easier said than done. If you have anything of value, you'll want to take care. Thank you for the waiting. Thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Right then. If you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. Ready then, saddle up. Your friends seem to know the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. It's the first time, so take it slow. Take care not to let it toss you. I continue to be struck by how much Shalon has changed. The town we just visited wasn't even here several years ago. With few reliable opportunities to replenish water supplies, travelers turned to Nuppelenters. Not just the water in their streams, mind, the fruits are also said to be both nutritious and delicious. See that hole there? Someone might hope to find water here. The eruption. Someone might hope to find water there, but it's brimming with cerulean. The eruption of the flames from within make the spectacle inspiring. Cautionary tales of people who wander too close. The Vulgate, meanwhile, show great reverence to cerulean, but its blue flames. But that is a discussion for the time. We're here. Good thing for these Ronics. No sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They really are short on Ronrik. Oh, then. This is Springs, perhaps the busiest town here in Shalom. People travel here from all over, hoping to find their fortune. The change come down was surprising enough, but this is no less impressive. They achieved a great deal in 3 years I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, a paid visit to my old friend. I have to pay an old visit to my mentor. Old friend of my mentor. I is her name. And if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she never let me hear the end of it. She set off from the village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she traveled to Ral. I can but assume she too came here seeking great opportunities. In any case, let us see if we can find her. Blue hair should make her easy to spot. Ah. Yes, I'm Lynette. And who might you be? He is my friend. Maybe. Goodness, it is. Ellen Arnville, yes. Man grown, you're such a darn little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since we last spoke. Really? Only 3? I suppose it starts to get hazy after a while. Living as long as we do. This is Leia. She's known my mentor since they were children. Nice to meet you. Huh. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown. There it is. Elena Shipaya. I'm gonna have to butcher that. Elena? Shipaya. Yeah. Ella, what now? Is that what they call you here? Alright. I was born in Shipaya. I adopted a name when I became a gleaner. One that adheres to Western Vieira conversions, so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate it if you would continue using my chosen name. The homecoming, you know. I've been thinking of paying the old stamping ground a visit myself. It would be good to see Katsuya again. She's the finest archer I know, and a Shipa's mother and mentor every time I dropped by. She's treated us a veritable feast prepared with fresh game she'd hunt herself. You're impressive with the bow too, Leia. Even among the Shinto. Oh, but I couldn't compare her to Katsuya, but her skills at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That what earned her a place among Gol Jaja's traveling companions, after all. She was always the impressive sort, but her journey across Toral lit a fire in her. Even after Ella Shipley was born, she often left him in my care. so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Oh, how you would cry and beg her to take you along. It must have been hard on you. Yet, please. What? We're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove yourself a true explorer. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best efforts, all paths led to nowhere. I assumed it was a dreamer's fantasy, a ploy to go into experiencing the wider world. But it was real, and we found it. You found it? As part of the rite of succession, I assumed everyone had heard. Amazing. Oh, she'll be thrilled. And eager to bombard me with a question, no doubt. Well then, we should be on our way. Thank you so much for stopping by. I gave my best. Help! I need help! What's that about? Don't hesitate. Please wait here. No doubt there are the infamous local bandits. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's not me, Wilkman's nursemaid. Ardenfeld, Artie. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. If you so much as nick her skin, you won't live to regret it. Oh yeah? Hold on. Did you say this is Wilkman's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods, sit up, boss. We'll deal with this. Please, you have to give it back. I'm going after Namiki. This lot I leave to you. Cocky bastard. I'll hang him in the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. We can deal with them later. First, we need to put this one in the dirt. Ah, I can finally shine. Well, your boss is also gonna be dead, so hey. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea of where they're headed. You say they stole something from you. I'd like to say it was a parting gift from Muklama. I see. Close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. What brings you all this way? With the right session ended and Muklama crowned the next Dawntrail, she is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much as my plans to return home to Kismanchol. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. It filled me with joy. I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve. And now it's gone. I wouldn't let them take every coin to my name. If only they had left me that bracelet. I would ask you, and I would ask what I intend to. I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. Regain that bracelet back. I'll knock some sense. Knock some sense of what Lamont would want. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Arthi will make certain of that. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint. Lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law, perhaps I should come as well. Just be sure all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wolfram put so much faith in you both. Before anything else, let's see her back to this Shepherd Springs. She'll be safer in town, and with Leonard to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. Forgot about those, so. Remember about something what happened, and you needn't worry about Nameki. If those bandits should find us, I'll keep up a fuss and see them driven off. Bracelet meant everything, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least you're safe, and I know you'll set things right. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt of these bandits, as this involves a gift from Okulamant, we must be mindful of how our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namaki would find joy in the return of a gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to Dustwatch. Well now, that makes me think you're really strong. Really strong, are you? I have saved the star on one occasion, more than any other adventure. I may have saved the star on one occasion. You saved the star, and that's a bold claim to make, but if true, that certainly speaks to your strength. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Necessarily, an expedition is big business. No one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect lair for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled to that direction. So leave investing at the place. I'll let the Dust Watch know if you like. No, not yet. It'd be best if we went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain, if you have no objection. Right then, let's be off. Huh. It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. They may no attempt to conceal their presence. How much can a Dust Watch not have noticed by now? A question for another time. First, we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Room shackles as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. If you would go and have a look, I'll keep watch for trouble. Inside. I usually to listen begin to pick out voices of what are chattering. No. Wish we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, prayed we'd strike it witch. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not that we got a boss who can keep the Dust Watch off our backs, eh? Hey, Watch what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so. But who would have ever believed one of those sated souls was running our crew? That drunk who bought your story about gold shing alpaca, am I right? So the dust watch has been bought off. Great. Will not notice it here, and you can safely eavesdrop on any inside. Let me out, you bastard. Shut your mouth, you shriveling little brat. Make me. I'll hit you all back for framing my friends. The vulture, most of all, you tell him he can eat shit. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. Bandits who took the bracelet may be in this building. Have a listen and see what you can find out. You'll only hear someone entering the room on the other side. Brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? I bet it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot, how are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, please, I'm sorry. Reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions, sell it for a song. Here's your reward. Don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. Finished? Hurry, let's retreat for now. So, were you able to learn anything? The leader is a man of the Dust Watch. That would explain why the bandits have been able to do as they please, and you say they gave the bracelet to him? Seems our work is cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Sakoa, the boy was confronted by one of the officers in town, isn't it? They say they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture, their leader Alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the secret cache of robberies in Hosahua, but we also know he has the bracelet. I'm going to call that Hatua if it keeps up. Don't hear the actual pronunciation. Retrieving it won't without bloodshed will prove difficult, though. If he's quick to find a gun and his own underlings, I'll storm their hideout. I can take them. I can take them. The direct approach may serve you well best in the past, but won't suffice here. Whether as a deputy chief or Dust Watch, he could claim we're the criminals of all this, and few people would believe him. Pun. There's a small settlement just south of here. Someone just had fun on the keyboard. Little one is awesome. Meet me there, and I'll clean everything. Someone just decided to, you know what? Let's make these words sound interesting. And just to smack their keyboard. Like I can pronounce Dawntrail because at least it was English, but it was basically like Latin. This one is just keyboard spam. Really, just a tiny little bit. Okay. If we're to retrieve the bracelet without a conflict, won't be done barging in through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves a dragon-like creature that lives to the south of here. It's their breeding dragon, you see, and their males will flock to the scent of female and heat. With a few ingredients and a sample of faces, it can create an extract that resembles a scent when burned. We can lure them into the bandits' hideout, flush them out, the Vulture and his gang. Then, we'll contend with our flying friends. We can sneak in and snatch for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask you to collect the excrement. While you see to that, I will go procure the remaining ingredients. Before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any invasion to Fist. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take this pouch. see it filled, and I'll handle the rest. That's not English. It's not even a word. It's not even a name. That's called keyboard spam, or what I like to pass off as me speaking. It's a dinosaur. Why the fuck is there dinos in North America? No, these are literal dinosaurs. Why is there dinosaurs in North America? Alright, man. I want to say yes because of Jurassic Park now. Foul smelling nests. Great. We're going to scoop them up into your pouch. Ugh. You find you need droplings, pterodactyl droplings, and gingerly scoop them into your pouch. Yay. These are dinosaurs. Why are there dinosaurs in North America? I can get the giant cacti monsters. But why the dinosaurs? Finish, are we? Excellent. This will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with the tumble skull fibers, dried knuckle tenders, root, and a generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's go back to the Tinoella. Time to set our plan in motion. Fair number of appeared to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I'll keep watch from here and keep the high track that lead to you. Toss onto the bonfire near the middle of town, and the Yihahers will come soon after. Oh. That reeks. What did you put in the fire? Wasn't me, I swear. Did something die? Someone will explain that ungodly stench to me. Oh god, it's you. Boss, look, over there. Huh? What in the world? So the smoke drizzling here, I swear, when I found out who did this. I say our friend has started of trouble, time to retrieve the bracelet. What's going on out there? I'm still in here just in case you've forgotten. Sit tight and we'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. They'll hear you. Shit, who was that? Hey, are you gonna help me or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. I want to punch him so badly. Like, what the fuck? Thanks, Ayugi. For a moment I thought you're actually gonna leave me behind. All that effort and not to show for it. Sorry about that. But damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize. We're planning to save you eventually. Really? I don't know who you are, but secret admirers of mine or something? Just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer who confronted you in town? One and the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dustwatch. Now explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bailed me out back then. I have an idea where he hid this cash. I reckon he's heading there now too. We can go together. I've got to score several times myself. I doubt you can do that, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us that? Right, so these bandits of Gonot and Waya, they're called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats back then. We just wanted to protect people we couldn't protect ourselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed the help to even the odds. Oh, 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in their shadows, we settled the matter the best way we knew how, with a duel. I see. By the old laws, everyone who lost in duel must be held into account for their crimes, even those in position of authority. And we made damn sure they did. Every time, before we knew it, our small band of friends, comrades of force, to be reckoned with. About 3 years ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without a question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when they really won the ball. Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was prey to protect. I talked it with my friends, Kiwakana and Luane. We all agreed that the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. He accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when they came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if that wasn't enough, he set the bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left but me to help. None of my old friends were daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. That's why you are ready to challenge him to a duel in the middle of town. It was until the guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stopped out of town, the vulture's minion caught me by surprise, took me to prisoner. Well then, you know the rest. He said the Dust Watch would be of help, no help. Are they still working for the vulture then? No, not all of them. The sheriff is on a sky they come. Such keeper of the peace. Problem is he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chief, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where this vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namachi's bracelet. What do you think? For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is you hear me out, but not here. I'm waiting for you at the Shidua Springs. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. I'm basically at the halfway mark, so. Good, you're here. This is where you had to do. I express he'll show up soon. Nope, still no. I want to see very surprised. Okay. Oh wow, look at this. Storing stolen goods seems risky, but I suppose it's an opinion for someone with his authority. So, yet he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels, where no one would think to look. They're mixing regular shipments to fuel to Leolal, where they sold off. You said he stole bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his trail, chances are you'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'd trust a lackey with what business given the province of the peace. No, I wager he's not letting the bracelet out of his sight till he gets the coin in hand. I wasn't sure to make. I'm glad you're more than an impulsive child. Well, it's not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture is a slippery bastard. If they're going to catch him, we need him into a corner hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away. Over to Hut would be an ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the other to stretch the barrels for any stolen good. I'm using that. We'll explode him as well. There's no way to tell if it was carrying a bracelet regardless. That'll be the timing not to find once he's buried behind bars. But that won't simply feign innocence. Well, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel. That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him for the whole town. That way he won't be able to wiggle out of the form. Every man, woman, child of the wilds understand the importance of duels and old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we're using iron rounds, but it's the risk I'm willing to take. As important as I get him to duel at as many witnesses as possible. If he loses, he will lose. And that'll be the end of the vulture. The plan is not with flaws. Not without flaws. But what do you think? I'd say let's do an encounter duel. We can trust in the old laws. As long as we get the bracelet spots. Not even he can know our tradition. Once he loses, I'll have him confess to his crimes. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I can count on you. I was seeing in tunnel. It's probably best I stay in search of barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you mentioned to overpower me. Even he suspected it's a trap. He won't be able to resist taking the bait. And make your way down. Once you get the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Right, it's this. I'm just gonna stop trying these names because these are just stupid names. It's just keyboard spam. Yeah, I like you. That channel, what's the angle? What's this? You have a need of Death Watch, sir? try to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see, so desperate he was trying to see his friends free prison. He turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, sir. Minor trouble, you take care of him. Great time for playing Dawntrail, but if you insist North brings a home of thriving cerulean mining industry, the prospects may decline some undesirable though. Is the place? I don't see him. Oops, silly me, this is on the west. Just a little further. I see. Very well, lead on. That roll ball. These old fields, there's gold in these fields, but blue gold. If we were to base apart, they may prefer to snack on cerulean, but for you, I reckon they make an exception. Is this the place then? Sorry, I'm still learning the way around here. I sworn I left them here. So a joke? Let's keep moving. Seriously? Go back to your aggro zone. This better be the place. Ah, now I remember. I was tied up around a big rock. Must have been a different rock. My patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. If this isn't the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I both dearly regret. Just go to the town already. That's a T-Rex. Unless you rather, I'd feed you one raw needle and all. Cut the chit-chat. Alright, where is it? Ay, ay, ay. See me, where is it going? Tell me where it is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. And found it. He wants to escape. Goodness me. Where could he have gone? That's it. I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hey. See what? You're looking for me? If you want to place me on arrest, then you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell next by the time I'm done with you. Please be voiced.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyollal. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity! Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Oh, come off it. I saw you with the bracelet.
What's the meaning of this, Wahoote?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Wahute, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it!
Let your pistols do the talking!
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Come on, Zakawa! Give them what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Oh, you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wahute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Ha! You're not such a bad guy after all!
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wahute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakawa? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuk Lamot's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
We just have to remember that this isn't like our story anymore, like just our story anymore. It's the entire world story. Then end up with a rather more complicated than expected, but all's well ends well. Phew, finally over. Couldn't have brought him just without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Now that we have the bracelet, let's return to Shinawasa Spring. Shenehens West Sea Spring. Will you stay long? I like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Replace it. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. There's a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Pokemon is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it that way. I prefer to think of us as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you chose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandit's leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with a gift of hindsight. There you are. The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends. Kirkana and Luang. If it wasn't for you believing in Zekoa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it is to see that bastard would away, put behind bars. We never gave up hope that Zekoa would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now, and lacking in strength. Besides, some outlaws might see us as an easy target. But even so, if anyone should give the Dust Watch to slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day, so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Right. And you'll teach us how you draw the pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't be able to duel if all goes as should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. I owe right debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that, you have my word. Until we meet again. If you excuse me, I'll find a quiet place to rest. As I'll be here for a while though, do let me know if any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, the train service has been suspended, didn't I tell you? No. No, you didn't. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake, the tunnel was closed is all. An earthquake must have happened when we were still south. There's been quite a tremors of late. A large one struck not long before you arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. At any rate, if you want to know when the service will resume, I could speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. Seems people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions.
Why does it sound like
and
Ichigo?
wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
That's Johnny Young Bosch.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful. Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Shenza. Sounds like...
Sorry for dragging you into this.
It's not.
There they are. That's them, the two volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zapia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Ha!
Something the matter?
Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you. If you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first.
Why does that sound familiar?
Come on, no time to waste.
Why does it feel like I'm doing this again? Fixing a truck again. Where have I heard that plotline before? But it is nice to see the sources versions of the three trolley workers. I actually did like them a little bit. There's no small number live in Shinoa. I must confess that I've never visited the home of Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with the old traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view on the railroads. Okay. Let's grab this one. At this point, we've now officially begun the 96 bolt. And on that nature, we've also begun the train repairs of Shadowbringer. I mean, the source. I mean, the Dawntrail train repairs. Yeah, we're doing train repairs again. So